So there's the Bell of Purpose. Thank you, Mandy Kikta, and thank you for all of you who do these types of things on a daily basis, paying it forward and being the blessing. Okay, so I'm Lauren Michaels Harris, and welcome to a special edition of Bathrobe Moments. As always, my sidekick, won't you say hello, is Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. She's with me again today. We are still drinking. Oh no, it's salted caramel. We changed. I got some new flavored coffee. I tried that flat Folgers, just regular. I'm spoiled. I can't do it. But we're here today to celebrate all things motherhood. And you know, that's a very special topic for me. It's very near and dear to my heart. I'm excited. Hold on, I dropped my card. I'm excited that my Goldcast video entitled Lost or Found, where you can hear about my story of having had 22 mothers. That's right, 22 moms. So Mother's Day, of course, is a big deal to me. It gets re-released again tonight at midnight, so it'll be out all over again. If you have never seen it, it's Lost or Found. It's produced by the Goldcast Company out of Canada. So try to catch that if you will. We've got the Bell of Purpose with us today, although I won't be on camera the entire time today. I'm going to bring in Dr. Jan here in a moment and introduce her, and then she's got a great show lined up for you. But first of all, I'd like to remind all of you that we are streaming live. That's right, across the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Roku, Android, Apple TV, Amazon, Fire Stick, and of course, out in Phoenix, Arizona from our home base, which is E360 Television. And I'd like to say happy Mother's Day weekend to my sponsors for not just this week, for this entire month. And today's episode that are special is powered by Symposium.us, where you can turn your conversation into moolah, into currency. That's right. All you have to do is get over to Google app or the App Store and download the app today. Lots of opportunities. I've done it myself over 20 sometimes. I just found out a couple weeks ago that I am Symposium's highest earner. And there's about 5,000 people over there. So if I can do it, okay, not the brightest light bulb in the case. If I can do it, you can too. I know people that are over there doing everything from story time for kids. They're tutoring kids. I know a 4-year-old that is sitting down with other toddlers, telling them how he got over his nightmares of the COVID-19. Only 4 years old, little Lennon from Riverside, California. He's on there. Chef Carson, a 15-year-old. He's on there today, actually. He's showing kids how to make a tomato tart to surprise their mom in a great way for Mother's Day. So whatever it is you're good at, get over to Symposium.us and turn your conversation into content, and your content into conversation, and also turn your cell phone into a payphone. It's easy as that. Symposium.us. So today we're going to be talking with Dr. Janice Hooker Fortman. She is a relationship specialist. She was on the show earlier this week, and you heard about her book, The Secret to How Not to Throw Mama from the Train. She's a relationship expert dealing primarily with the mother-daughter relationship, but she has a son, an only son. And then we have another mother here today, Mrs. Brewer, who has her son here. And they're going to be talking to you guys about their relationships and how to effectively keep mom safe this year. I mean, a lot of people are going to be tempted. This is the first time ever that you have been told stay away from mom on Mother's Day. And a lot of people are going to be tempted to break those rules, break that social distancing and that sheltering in place to get to mom. And it may not be such a good idea, but Dr. Jan has some alternatives for you, some ideas and some things that you just might find interesting and fun to celebrate your mom safely this Mother's Day 2020. So let me get Dr. Jan in here. Hi, Dr. Jan. Caught you off guard. How are you?
I am great, Lauren. How are you today?
I'm awesome. I cleaned my oven already today. And did that. Took a nap already today. And after this show, we're going for a bike ride. So yeah, it's a great Mother's Day weekend. A little cold here in the Chicagoland area, and you know, because you also are here. Our other guests that you have coming on are in the Milwaukee area. I don't know if it's as cold there as it was here last night.
I think so.
It was supposed to freeze last night. I brought all my little plants I stuck out early back in to keep them alive. But, you know, flowers, let's just say real quickly, you know, I know a lot of people Ordinarily, tomorrow would be taking a bunch of flowers to mom and dinners that can't be, because of what we're dealing with. And you're gonna help people come up with some great alternatives today, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what do we have in store? First of all, you guys, right now, there's a bell of purpose. I'm ringing it because now's your opportunity to get on the phone, text somebody, get on Facebook, invite some friends, start a watch party, share the broadcast out. You could be literally saving someone's life. And you're going to hear a little something about how one of our guests here today almost messed up and could have put his mom and dad both in jeopardy. And so we're going to talk about that and how you don't make the same mistake. So Dr. Jan, I'm going to kick it over to you. And when you're ready for me to step out, just give me the signal and out I go.
Okay, well, I can tell you a little bit about myself. I am an effective communication strategist and an author. And Lauren did tell you about my book, which is The Secrets to How Not to Throw Mama from the Train. And my mom has passed. She passed in October 2017.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Well, thank you. But while she was alive, I decided to write that book because I noticed that as I got older and she got older, our relationship started changing. Now, I cannot say that I was the best daughter in the world. I mean, I was good, but I was like, most teenagers and most young adults when you start, as old people used to say, smelling yourself.
Right.
And so my mom and I would just clash all the time. And so I thought it was just me. But the more I talked to a lot of other women, daughters, adult daughters and mothers, I found out that this was something that was happening quite common with mothers and daughters. And I think it's when the daughter decides that she's the mother.
Oh, yeah, can't do that.
No. And then the mother has to remind the daughter all the time that, no, I am the mom. You are the daughter. And so I wrote that book, and it gives a lot of techniques and some scenarios and a little humor just to let daughters and mothers know that it's the communication patterns that we have and just how to have a positive relationship.
Awesome.
And especially around this time of year, especially around Mother's Day, especially.
So today you're going to be stepping outside of that realm of just the mother-daughter thing and be talking with another mother and two sons, one of which is your own son, Kevin.
Yeah.
And I see he's in the green room. Is he sporting a brim? Oh, okay. I see you, Kev. Yeah. And we also have DJ Brewer here and his lovely mom, Bernice Brewer. And they're in the Milwaukee area. And this should be great. So if you guys are ready, I can put you all together and I'll step back into the green room myself and eat some Orville Redenbacher while I'm watching you guys do your thing. How's that? Good?
That sounds good.
All right. You. I'll see you guys later. I'll be back at the end of the show. You guys don't go away.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Hey, how you doing?
Hello. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Everybody is free. DJ, you're freezing. We're all freezing. Kevin, you need to back up just a little. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There's everybody. Hi, DJ.
Hi, Dr. Jan. How are you?
I'm fine. And how DJ's mom? How are
Hello,
you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I thought we just might have a conversation today about Mother's Day and what Mother's Day means to you, DJ, and what Mother's Day means to you, Kevin, and just kind of give us a little background. And so we'll let the sons talk first, and then the moms will talk.
But you raised us to be gentlemen, so ladies are first.
Very true. I did raise you to be a gentleman. Well, okay. I'll start first. Although my book was about mothers and daughters, I was a daughter, or I am a daughter, but I have a son. And Kevin is my only child. And yes, I did raise him to be a gentleman. But Kevin, what I want to ask you is, number one, what Mother's Day means to you. Talk a little bit about how we used to celebrate Mother's Day before the coronavirus, and possibly, unless it's a big surprise to me, how you going to celebrate, how we're going to celebrate Mother's Day tomorrow.
Well, let's see, where could I start? Well, hey, Mother's Day is like, meaning of it to me is who gave us life, who gave us the ability to walk on this earth. It's like a sacred time. We used to do some of everything. Go to the movies for Mother's Day, go out to eat, or we just hang out, or we just go visit grandmother. We'll find fun things to do. Even when I was younger, like we'll go to the movies. I'm not gonna spill her business. Well, yes, I am. We'll go to the movies and we'll probably go see 3, 4, maybe 5 movies if nobody's looking.
On one ticket.
On one ticket. I don't know. Since this quarantine, I really ain't. It probably would just be a drive-by, a blow, a wave, social distance. Maybe she'll sit at the porch and I'll sit in my car. It's gonna be weird because we're not gonna be able to do any of the things that we normally do.
Yeah.
Be able to give her a hug, had to do air hugs and air kisses and stuff like that. So,
Okay. All right. So, DJ, tell me about you and how you decided how you're going to do Mother's Day.
Yeah, so just in this week, I called my mom and I had to have the conversation and tell her that I don't think I will be coming home for Mother's Day, which was really hard. And it was after a conversation with, everybody's Zooming these days and catching up. And a friend reached out and we had a conversation and he asked me, how's it going? And I said, oh, the weather's great out here. I was out with some friends and I was smiling. And he said, you're not social distancing. I said, no, but I am. And he goes, no, not from what I hear. And he shared some light into some struggles that other people have faced due to the coronavirus, and how people have lost family members. And it clicked for me that I live alone. I live here in Milwaukee. This past month, I feel like these 4 walls have gotten smaller, smaller, and smaller. And so I find myself, or I find myself justifying my actions. It's okay to go outside, the weather is nice, and then go see some friends. And every justification, I realize if I'm justifying that action, I need to realize I just almost messed up. I just almost messed up. For every justification that I almost made, I just almost messed up. And after that conversation, I called my mom and I said, this year is going to be a little different. I can't see you. And Mother's Day was my mom and I's thing. I made breakfast, I made coupons, everything. And as I get a little older, I understand that a parent's love is something else, but a mother's love, you never understand.
Maybe a little different.
Yeah,
It's very difficult.
yeah. There, you cannot replace a mother's love. Uh, a mother's love is. I tell people sometimes, you know, how important a mother's love is. Your mother is the very first relationship that you have. Period. When you see football players, baseball players, basketball players, what do they say when they're on the field? Hi, mom. You know, a Mother's Day is really important. And I wanted to do this today because of COVID-19. This is the first year for all of us. Moms who, if your mom is still there, or if your mom has passed, this is the first year, the first Mother's Day that really you cannot celebrate your mom physically, in a physical way. Hugs, kisses. This is the first year that you cannot do that. You cannot do that. And this time, what's going on in the world, it's like we need our moms more so than ever. So it's really going to be a difficult time. However, we can celebrate our moms safely. Mrs. Brewer, tell me, how is this going to be for you on your first Mother's Day without your family around you?
It's really hard. It's hard for all mums. And knowing that I'm not the only one that's going through this and everybody else is going through this, it does provide me some solace. I do know obviously that it comes from a good place for DJ to have reached out to me and said that I won't be able to come and visit you. And I told him, I said, I don't expect you to. I said, I know that in my heart and in your heart, we are bonded, and that's all that matters. So it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, it's a reality of life.
Yeah,
And we are not alone.
yeah,
So we will make the best of it. There's a lot of technology and virtual ways of, sharing that bond.
yes, yes, exactly. Isn't technology great?
It's amazing,
You know,
amazing.
I talk to my friends and we talk about how it would be if this was like maybe 20 years ago when you really didn't have no technology, you had no way to contact nobody. You really just you don't have no cell phones, you don't have
Yep.
no where you can look at each other. And it would be a mess. We all say we'll be going crazy up in the house.
Yeah,
Well,
We're
all you
blessed
got is
to
a
have,
phone call.
we're blessed to have the technology. We just have to take the moment to use it the right way, so we can do this all safely during a time like this.
yes. And I've been telling my friends that too, as far as celebrating safely. And I know my son has been telling his friends, you know, you want to celebrate Mother's Day safely. You want to be close to them. You want to be around them. But even though they say with young people, you might not get it, but you might be a carrier, but realize taking it home to your mom or to your grandmother, your aunt, your uncle, how very important it is to really do social distancing. It's really important. But what I wanted to do was talk about some tips that we could give to people so that they can celebrate their moms or their grandmoms safely. Now, the one thing that we normally do on Mother's Day is have a Mother's Day brunch. So now I'm looking back and I'm thinking about how we used to do Mother's Day brunches. And so I had a little picture I wanted to show that, yes, today we can make today or tomorrow amazing for our moms virtually. So what I thought of is that you can host a virtual brunch. And one of the tips I thought was, of course, have your mom on a Zoom. And if your mom or your grandmama doesn't know how to do Zoom, you can run her through it and have everyone maybe bake a favorite dish. And everyone on the Zoom, so you would have the different children, grandchildren, or whatever would have that dish. They would talk about their dish. Now, it could be their favorite dish or it could be one of their mom's favorite dish. But usually the traditional, usually when you have a Mother's Day brunch, it's usually traditional food that you have. Everybody usually brings
Right.
the same thing,
Right.
right? And so you can have a virtual brunch. What do you think about that?
That sounds really good to me. It is exciting. It's that camaraderie of doing something, everyone doing something together, and the outcome of it, and just having a good time, and doing it in a different way, in an exciting, different way. That's probably going to be the way that things are going to happen from today onwards. From what we're going through, it's going to become very prominent. So it's a wonderful idea.
Okay. What do you think about that, DJ?
I was gonna say I'm learning each day how to cook a little more, but I'll make sure I bring the what is it? The mimosas, mommy. I can bring the mimosas.
Oh my goodness. You have one on me. Have one on me.
Have one on me too. And Kevin, what would you bring to the virtual brunch?
I like food too much. That'll be a tease for me. So I'll probably get angry looking at all that food, knowing I can't touch it.
But what would you cook?
Some pancakes.
Okay. I never had your pancakes.
You've had my pancakes before.
Have I had your pancakes?
All right.
It's so sweet.
Oh, no, I didn't put that up there.
You did that.
Oh, that's sweet.
I didn't talk to the producer. Where's management at?
That's somebody. My hands are free.
Oh my goodness.
You
Look
know,
at that.
So now I like this because in the background, when you're doing the virtual brunches, you can show pictures of your family. I really like that picture of you, DJ, when you were just a little bitty.
Oh, gee.
Oh,
I look like I just got in trouble and I knew I was doing something naughty.
Oh my gosh.
and so you see what we're doing, we're having a good time. We're laughing about that, so I think it would be great if you are having a virtual brunch to have different pictures of the family, of your mom, your grandmother. Now, you see, this picture is an old picture. It's my mom. That's 3 generations. My mom is sitting down. My grandmother is standing up behind her. And that's me in the pink on the side. That's 3 generations. And so that was one Mother's Day that we all spent together. And
How
so
special.
you think about it, putting the pictures up behind, if you have a small family or if you have a large family, the fact that you can look back, you can look at the pictures. Now that's the picture, that is the family. That's me, my mom, and that's Aaron in the middle with the striped shirt on. He's the grandson and his wife. and then sitting down is a sister-in-law. To the far right is my brother, and then that's his daughter. And Lauren Michaels Harris bathrobe moments are up in the upper right-hand corner.
The good looking one you can't see.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I'm lucky.
And that's Kevin. And that was also a Mother's Day. So it's, you know, so when I talked about that, how it would be great. This is an idea. This is just a tip. So that your mom, you can discuss the pictures, you can laugh about the pictures, you can reminisce on when these pictures were taking place. So it's you know, I thought that that's a great idea. What do you think about that, Kevin?
I like it.
You like it? Okay. Okay. All righty. And so another thing, when you're doing those pictures, it can also be a trip. Hi, Christopher. Oh, he said he made vegan pancakes that are bananas, oat flour, non-dairy mixed together, and a little cinnamon. And that sounds good.
Send me that recipe.
Yeah, you too. Send it to me, Christopher.
Yeah,
That is a good. That is a good one. That is a good one. I tasted that. I made it myself one time.
Oh,
It's good. Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, I think I'm gonna try that myself. And because I can't drink milk anyway, so I think that's good. So you know when you're doing these pictures, you can do like a tribute to your mom at the same time. And like you said, it'll be some laughter, it might be some tears, and besides the pictures, you can have a video or something on that order. So I think that's, you know, that's just a little tip that we could give to someone. Now, let's say you're having your brunch and there's your mom. What about delivering through Grubhub or what is it? Uber Eats, delivering her the brunch. So let's say everybody has fixed their favorite meal or their favorite dish or their mom's favorite dish and have those dishes sent to your mom. So not only is she enjoying it through you virtually, she has it right there to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think,
Good idea.
Okay. All right.
Good idea.
All right.
No cooking on Mother's Day, mommy.
Wait.
I promise.
Wait. Hint, hint. And so let's talk about flowers. A lot of times we like to have flowers delivered to your mom. I think it's very important to make sure that whatever florist you choose has some kind of procedure in place where they are certifying that the flowers are virus free. So whatever it is that they do, you really must make sure of that. And then even when your mom gets them or your grandmother gets them, make sure that she still uses gloves, sprays it down herself, the outer wrapping, you know, spray that down to make sure it doesn't have any germs or anything on it. So what do you think about that? Do you think you should still go ahead and have flowers delivered to your mom, or what do you think about that?
Virtual flowers.
Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
I say virtual flowers.
Yeah.
Virtual flowers?
Yeah.
Yep.
They'll never go bad, mommy. It's always there.
Yep, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. And you
Good idea.
Flower now. Or leave it outside for 24 hours.
Yeah, you could do that too. But I like that idea. You know, I never thought about that. I like that idea of virtual flowers.
I don't know the flower game, but maybe if my mommy and I picked plants that we like and we plant them. So you have your garden and you plant it, and then I plant mine. And then when this is all lifted and done and things are okay, we can uproot them.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
that is a good idea. That is a good idea. So when you say pods, can you explain a little more?
Just like get flowers that you like and put them in a plant or whatever. I don't know how flowers work. We'll figure it out. We'll do plant them.
Okay, yeah. So you can go to the places that sell plants and flowers. I see what you're saying. And then plant them. And then once they bloom and once all of this is over, pick them and have a nice bouquet. And then you can deliver to your mom. That's another good idea. I like that.
Yeah, no, that is true. And it's long lasting. Especially when you talk about the plant, you know.
Yes. And that's another idea too. Rather than flowers, a plant. Yeah, even if it's something that you haven't planted yourself, but if you bought a plant, because plants a nice potted plant will last a long time.
You're right.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, that's true because the flowers are nice, but in a day or two they are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's a very good idea. I like that because you know what? Mother's Day should be celebrated every day. So not just this one day that we say is Mother's Day, but I would love a plant. Hint, hint.
I got some tulips outside.
Anytime.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anytime. How do you and yeah, I heard what you said, Ms. Brule. That's really great. I like that. Also,
excuse me. I had to pop in. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I just had to pop in because some people are wanting to know, and I tried to put the clue up there on the screen, as you see. Please explain the Brewer family, where you're originally from, and why DJ's voice can sound like he's straight American, and then when he's talking with his mother, he goes straight back. There's still a chord of some sort between the two of you. So go in there and talk about what that is, because that's one heck of a connection. Bye.
Bye.
I'm originally from South Africa. We moved to the States in '98. And so what tends to happen is when I talk to my family, my accent comes back. And then the minute that I talk to someone else, it switches. I don't know why. I think it's the ear paying attention. But it happens.
And of course, with me, I don't think I've lost my South African accent. I'm proudly South African. And I've been here for 21 years. So it's still sticking around and I'm happy.
Okay. All right. It sounds good to me. So now what is this I see on the screen? It says, and now Kevin will surprise his mom with a Mother's Day song.
Oh, I don't know any Mother's Day songs.
Well, okay. Oh, DJ has written a Mother's Day poem for his mom.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Oh man, I miss you. That's very true.
That's a good one.
Okay. That's really nice. That's very nice. Right off the top of your head. Very great.
We can make that into a whole song. I could just go, oh, then you can just break it down, do roses are red, violets are blue. We done.
Okay. So also there are, a lot of people are not going to the stores, and so they're not really picking up Mother's Day cards. But what about making your own Mother's Day card? Now, I know when Kevin was young, then he would make me, I should have tried to find them. he would make me some handmade Mother's Day cards that they would do in school. Mrs. Brewer, did you ever get a handmade Mother's Day card?
I sure did. Many over the years from all my children,
Okay.
so
Okay. And those are the ones that you really keep.
keep,
Those are the
yep.
ones that you treasure.
Yeah, you treasure those. You keep those. I'm telling you. One day you can show it to them.
Yes,
Use it.
yes, 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 yes. So that's a tip. That's a tip for people who have not gone out to get Mother's Day cards or who are afraid to go into the stores. Make a Mother's Day card, because
Yeah.
I think most moms would treasure that card more so than a store-bought card. So that's another little tip. Also, what about, suppose your mom, who's like me, that enjoys a glass of wine every now and then. Okay. Now, what about having a virtual wine tasting?
Hmm.
Okay. So now what you can do, now, even if you don't have time to do this tomorrow, you can do this any other time, is to sign your mom up to a wine club, have the wine delivered. You have the same wine delivered to you, and you can have a virtual wine tasting. And you can invite your mom's friends. So you can do all of this through Zoom. You can even have a pairing so that you can send the wine, and then you can send them a list, or from Uber Eats, different food items that you'd like to pair with the wine, and have a virtual wine tasting. You like that?
That's a good idea. A little bit of cheese and wine goes a long way.
Hear that, DJ?
Noted.
Okay, all right. So that's another tip that you can do. And let's say tomorrow you don't have time to really order any wine, but if your mom has wine and you have wine, you can, even during the brunch, you can have a nice little
Cheers.
yes, cheers. Yes, yes. I think that's something that I like. That's something that I like. Also, now let's talk about later on in the day. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be on the street. Oh, it says, oh, wait a minute. It says the viewers are asking what the guys love most about their moms.
You can go ahead, Kevin.
I like mama's cornbread. I love her cornbread. Makes some good old cornbread. It'd be delicious. Just make me a pound of it. I'm always good to go. No, seriously, it's just everything. Man, where can you start? I mean, they're the ones who birthed you, the ones who took care of you when you were sick, took care of you when you was well. Words of encouragement, keep you going. For me, my mom is like my only family, my closest family member. So it's kind of like different. So she has to play the role of the grandmother, the auntie, the cousin, the uncle, the niece, the nephew. So she has to be all them in one for me, and including be my mother. Uh, and I enjoy the time we spent together, especially in our younger days. I always remember Fridays was video day, and I definitely remember the Fridays where we would order Prince "Sign of the Times" the concert, and I would have she bought me a guitar, and I would put on her fur coat, and I would. She probably wouldn't be able to watch the TV because I'd be in front of the TV doing the whole concert for her, the entire concert. But I miss them moments. you know, making our little trips, making our little runs. Just who knew, huh? Even the arguments. I even enjoy the arguments because later on down the line, you realize like, oh, well, she was right about that. You know, they say mothers always know best. So, you know, I appreciate all them lectures when I was a teenager. Even having to kick my tail sometimes. And she used to tell me she doing it because she loves me. And I didn't understand what that was for. I'm like, how can you love me and you give me a whooping? And I always remember Wednesday nights too. I don't know what the heck happened on Wednesday nights. I guess it was my trouble day at school. I just always remember Dynasty would come on. She would talk to her best friend Gwen after Dynasty go off. And I would be sitting in the next room praying that they have a really, really long conversation about Dynasty. She's tired and don't want to give me a whooping. I would never know what I did on Wednesday. I always thought it was because she was mad at Alexis Kobe or something like that. I cherish the moments, you know.
Oh.
What about you, DJ?
Just my mom's ability to give me the space to figure out who I am, and then still figuring out who I am, and that's always going to keep on going. But I know she's a phone call away, and she's always just there to pick up the phone and hear what I have to say. I love the moments of when I was younger. When I was in kindergarten, we would watch Brown Bear together and Caillou. So she'll never leave that alone. And then what else? I have a lot of my mom in me. And what I mean by that is my mom's hips don't lie, and neither do mine. So we'll dance in the kitchen, and she has good taste in music. So I love just those sporadic moments of just dancing and making a fool of ourselves like no one's watching. And I also... I don't know what else. I mean, it's like what Kevin said. Your mom's love shows you what you deserve in life. And when you go out there and seek it and find it in your next partner, you know exactly what you want out of them because you get to experience it as a kid. A lot of mama's boys are going to suffer this Mother's Day because you don't get to see our mom, so it's going to be hard.
I don't know why you Kevin. No, you know your mama's.
Since he said something about music, I just want to let the audience know, if you wonder where I got my taste in music from, it's from my mother right there. All my taste in music. So you ever wonder why what I listen to, it's because of her right there. Right there. Right there.
Very eclectic taste of music from Queen to REO Speedwagon to Bon Jovi to what else? Little Richard.
Everything. Everything.
Everything. Yeah, because I always play all kinds of music: R&B, blues, rock, rap,
No matter.
all of that. And by the way, I also had a guitar. I played air guitar. So what we would do on a Prince song, especially Purple Rain. Yes, rest in peace, Little Richard. I would have my air guitar playing, and then he would have his guitar playing. Yes. So now let's say we're winding down Mother's Day. So what are you going to do later on in the evening? And I thought about a virtual movie night. So let's say most of us have Netflix. We all turn to the same movie. We watch it, and we're all still on Zoom or, whatever. And we all watch the movie together. All have popcorn, whatever it is that you eat, comment on the movie. And and a nice family night movie, nothing, so, and it could be like have your mom pick her favorite one. Like, this is the one she wants to watch. Everybody watches that movie, and then talk about the movie. After the movie goes off, talk about the movie. What you thought about the movie, did you like the movie, and so on. So, in other words, Mother's Day doesn't have to end when the sun goes down. You can still do that. And what I want to say about these tips is that it's not just Mother's Day that you can do these things. You can do these things any day, anytime, especially now. Especially now. You can do this even if it's just, you're not talking about celebrating your mother on Mother's Day, but you can just do this with your family, period. Some people have family game night where they all play a game together. I haven't done that yet, but I have heard about it. Game night. I think Lauren has game nights, I think on Friday nights. And I told him to invite me to it, but he hasn't invited me yet. So probably whatever game it is, probably, he knows I'll probably win it, whatever it is. So but that's an idea. Okay, it's this coming Friday, right? Yeah, well, I know that it's on a Friday, but I've never been officially invited.
Another idea that just popped in my head is I've been a little slow to the game, but I've been reading a lot more and doing a little book club with Mom.
Yep, I love my reading as well, and he knows it.
Okay, and so do I. So do I.
And so do I.
Oh, good for you.
That's my book. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. And another thing that you can do on tomorrow night, and this is I'm plugging them, but I enjoyed it last Sunday, is Disney's Family Sing-Along.
Oh, true.
Now, the songs, they take the songs from the different movies, and some of the movies are old movies, and some of the movies are newer movies. But I found myself, I text to someone, I said, I don't believe I'm here in my kitchen and I'm singing along with the Disney songs. Now that's really, it's fun. It's fun.
Right.
And that's something that I think families can also do. You can end the night that way on a really positive, happy note. So now, are there any, those are my tips. So are there any other tips that you can think of that I haven't thought of?
You could always leave a bottle of wine at your mother's door.
Yeah, you can do that.
Door stash.
You can do that. Yes, yes. Any other, something I haven't thought of, maybe.
Gift cards to your mom's favorite place.
Yes.
And boutiques, so we can support local businesses that have gift cards.
Now that's very true. That's very true, because our businesses are really suffering. A lot of the small businesses are really suffering. So yeah, that's a very good idea. Very good. I see Lauren's tip. He says, call someone who has no kids and say Happy Mother's Day. That's also a good idea. Also, giving support if you have friends, family members who have lost their moms. Just call them and just give them a word of support, on that day, because I know someday a Mother's Day with a lot of people, if their moms have passed, and especially for the ones who have passed during this time, with this COVID-19, just to call them and just to give them some support, mothers or daughters. I think that'd be also something that you can do. And donate to a food pantry, donate to a nonprofit that's supporting COVID-19 responders and nurses, and doing that with for your mom. You know what I mean? To say this, I'm doing this for my mom. Hi, Cheryl. So yeah, so
Hey, sister.
there are a lot of different things that you can really do as far as celebrating your mom, your adult daughter, your grandmother on Mother's Day, celebrating them safely. I know that we all want to be in our mom's presence. We all want to be able to hug them, to be able to kiss them. But what we want to do is keep them safe, because we don't want that to be the last time that we do hug them or kiss them. And because we did it, that's the worst thing in the world. I have I have a friend whose mom was bedridden, and the sister was visiting, and the sister thought she just had a bad cold, but she ended up she had COVID-19. Gave it to her mom. Her mom passed. So we have to really, really, really be careful. Now, before we go, I'm going to let DJ do a shameless plug, and then I'm going to let Kevin do a shameless plug.
Oh, wait a minute. How come we ain't heard what the mothers think about their sons?
Right. I like that part.
Yeah,
Okay, we got 6 minutes. Go ahead, Miss Brewer.
Oh my goodness. There is so many things to say, so many reflections and reminiscing over the years of things that, how Darren grew up and where he is right now in his life. And I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of his brother and sister. But he's really has shown his own. And I certainly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate the fact that not being with mom on Mother's Day is a very painful process for him. But at the same time, we know that we'll get there. We're going to take a rain check. But very proud of you, Darren. I love you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay. Well, I'm very proud of my son, Kevin. The way he's grown up, he really hasn't given me any trouble. I'm proud of him and what he's doing now. He's coming to his own. He loves children, and so he teaches special ed children. He's a loyal person. He's a very moral person. I'm very proud of him. I have no complaints other than, here it comes, I'm waiting on him to get married.
Oh, Lord.
Out there.
Kill the camera, kill the feed.
Yeah, kill the feed, right? I hear you. I warned y'all I was on my way.
Yes, yes, I love you very much, Kevin.
And I knew as soon as Dr. Jan started on Kevin, I said I only blocked 1 hour with the network, and we don't need about 6. Because I'm gonna tell you what, that's her baby. Okay, listen, I wanted to jump in. We have about 4 minutes left, and I wanted to say something to the 4 of you, as in particular to DJ and to Kevin both, from someone who has experienced 22 versions of a mother. And I have buried both of my Eves, the one who raised me and the one who gave me life. And I just want you to know, don't ever go to bed, ever, with anything on your mind that you feel like, and you say, I'm going to make this right with my mom tomorrow. Don't ever go to bed and say, I can call her and tell her that I'm sorry tomorrow. Don't ever go to bed and say, I forgot to tell my mom today that I love her, but I'll do it tomorrow. Take it from someone who lives with that today, twice over. If you have the opportunity, which you do, and like Dr. Jan was saying all through the hour, to everyone, treat every day like Mother's Day, because, you know, for decades, I avoided grocery stores the entire month leading up to Mother's Day because I always had to pass the cart section. I always had to pass the flowers. And it felt like that something was cut out of my soul, out of my spirit. Luckily now, as blessed as I am, I have a mother-in-law. So I still get to do it. And I make sure now that I listen to my own advice that I just gave you guys. And I do that as often as I possibly can. So all I'm saying is do everything you can and create memories every day. Every single day, because for the rest of your life, no matter how long you have your mom, when you look at those memories, they will never feel like enough. So I just want to say happy Mother's Day to you, Dr. Jan, and to you, Bernice Brewer. And thank you all for coming here, really, and doing something on my platform that unfortunately I'm not able to do myself. So, you know, and it's just, I got a lot from this today. I really, really did. And I sat here having fun behind the scenes, but, you know, a true blessing. You have a true blessing here, all of you, and all of you out there. So don't let COVID make you feel like this Mother's Day is anything less. As long as you have your mother in your heart and you have her in this world, you'll always have her in your heart, even when she has left this world. So don't forget that. And I just want to say happy Mother's Day to all of you out there. Dr. Jen, thank you again. It was a wonderful, wonderful presentation today. And thanks to Kevin for coming and supporting your mother. DJ, thank you. And thank you, Bernice, for coming. You're a natural.
Pleasure.
You're a natural. Thank you all. Have the best Mother's Day ever, no matter what. Okay? God bless you all. And we'll see you next time.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody. We'll see you guys back here Monday morning for your next installment of Bathrobe Moments. Be blessed and continue to be the blessing. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.